Hi everybody, Kevin Rader here with another Linton live stream extra on Rader Media Sports. We're here at First United Methodist Church and I am with Mike and Pam Puckett. And there's a reason that we're here because we're going to talk a little bit about music this morning, and I love the fact that, and teaching within the system. You guys, I don't care who goes first, but tell me a little bit about your careers at the school.
Well, I started probably around 1983, and I taught beginning band, junior high band, middle school band, high school band, marching band, concert band, pep bands, music theory, music history, and retired in 2014. So I put in a few years here.
Pam?
I came in 1973 and started in the ungraded room, and then I moved from there to 6th grade science, and then 6th grade language arts, and then went to a multi-age class, and I taught that for several years. And then we moved to the middle school, and I taught 7th grade English before I retired in 2016. And I was minor cadet coach for over 30 years, which and involved in musicals at the school.
When you look back now, what do you think of those careers? How do you assess them? Do you miss it?
Oh, absolutely. I absolutely miss it. I went back and taught.
Is it the kids, or what is it?
The kids, the staff, everything about Linton. I mean, I feel like this is my home. It wasn't my original home, but it is now.
You know, there were years that we had just really good pep band or a marching band or a concert band, or you know, certain years that the musicals just clicked. All of those, you know, are great memories, great highlights. But you know, I'm just still, even being retired, I'm amazed that there's so much talent, there's so much energy in these kids that if you focus them and give them a direction, what they can do is just amazing. And it still is today as it was before.
I worry because, and I'm curious with your background in music, do you worry about the might lose the emphasis on music?
Oh yes, yeah. And you know, that comes and goes. It's kind of like a pendulum. We see it swing right for a while, then it swings back to the middle, and then it swings left. And you know, it has to do with funding. A lot of times it just comes down to money. But no matter, you know, if you know how tight the money can get, if a community wants a good you know, music program, I mean, they can have it. It's there. But you know, it helps when a community wants it. And I feel like I followed a legacy of Bill Pirtle, who was here for years and years and years, and he built a program that I wanted to recreate. And so I think Linton, you know, has the desire for quality music education and performances, and you know, I just hope that keeps going. COVID did us no favor. It slowed down lots of programs throughout the state, throughout the nation, and music and the arts, performance arts, were really hit hard because that's something that you just can't do online very well. And you know, it's like the damage was done in a year, but it takes years to make up for it. And you know, I hope it all comes back, and I hope it's as strong as ever, and I hope the desire in the community is still strong. So I worry, but I have faith.
Pam, have you ever flirted with being a substitute teacher to get back in just a little bit once in a while? Kind of like a peekaboo thing?
Well, I was I did a semester in the high school, at juniors in high school.
Have the kids changed then?
Well, Yes, there was the same kids that I had as 7th graders, I had as juniors, and it was amazing. I had the best 6 months or 5 months or 4 months or however long I
But
was
see,
there.
that's interesting because then you had a couple of years off and got to see them again.
Yes, it was
What did you
wonderful.
notice?
How much they matured, and that they were just bright spots. That I've noticed things in 6th grade and 7th grade because I had these kids in 7th grade. They were just beginning, and by the time they became juniors, it was like they had come into their own, and it was wonderful. It was great, so I enjoyed it.
I have to hear you guys sound off a little bit about kids in general because a lot of times we hear, oh, the kids are trouble. But you guys were on the front lines. Where are we with them?
Well, I've been involved in the musicals the past few years, and working with Katie and Tiff, and I tell you, and I've loved it. I've loved those kids. They are great kids, and it's just been a highlight that I was asked to help again with Brittany Lynn, and so it was great. So I have a good experience, and I feel great about it.
Mike?
I think that what I've noticed, and I've dabbled helping with musical a time or two, it seems like the talent, the kids, everything's the same. Time moves on, technology moves. We live nothing like we lived 20 years ago, 40 years ago. We live nothing like we will 10 years from now. All of that changes, but the kids, everything around them changes, but I mean, the kids themselves, I think, are as good as ever. I think that doesn't change.
I should explain, we're here at the First United Methodist Church because just a couple of weeks ago, I sat here while you played Amazing Grace here, when I almost moved to tears. Do you still play a lot?
No.
So
I don't.
that was rare.
That was rare. I've played a couple of years ago. I played in the pit for the spring musical in Linton, and Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Had a blast doing that, and the horn basically went into retirement, and I thought I was playing this spring, but the pit got canceled at the last minute. So I had a bit of a lip and was coerced into playing. But
It was a blessing.
well, I used to play a lot of jobs around the Terre Haute area, so I'm used to playing. I just am a little rusty.
Pam, I'm curious because you hear him play all the time. Do you still feel what the rest of us were feeling that day when he was playing?
I did. I get nervous though when he plays because I don't.
For
know why.
him, you're nervous for him.
I guess, even though he's not as nervous as I am. But I sat in the back and just listened, and I'm always in awe. I wish that I could do something like that, but I can't.
Well, it moved me, and if you ever get the opportunity to hear him play, please do. Anything else you guys want to add in this retirement? Are you enjoying retirement?
Finally, yes, I am.
It's an adjustment.
He adjusted immediately, except when I came home, and I was retired because then I interrupted his day.
I loved it. I mean, I still love it. I'm still curious. I'm still a lifelong learner. I still dabble with whatever's interesting. I love working outside and like hiking in the spring. I like hiking in the fall. I'm just never bored. There's always something to do. And, I think that'll continue.
Pam, that's a blessing and a curse, you know that.
Yes.
It's like, oh, good, but can I keep up? Thank you to both of you.
Yeah.
Thanks for sitting down with me.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.